Hi guys, it's Ruben from SUPboarder, and over the last couple of weeks we have been testing the Aquaite Aqua Pro full carbon paddle. The paddle straight away is pretty outstanding, the finish of the paddle, to be honest. It's got a beautiful bamboo veneer on the blade. The blade is still a full carbon, but they've just finished it off with a full bamboo veneer around the sides. And straight away the things you'll notice about these paddles, they've got their trademark bright colour on the paddle blade and across on the handle. And the reason for that is for basically being able to see your paddle if you let go of it in the surf, on the canals, on the waterways or anything like that. It's actually a really good thing to have on a paddle. A lot of paddle brands overlook this fact, and we know a couple good paddleboarders and they spray their paddles completely one colour on one side, a bright colour, so especially if in the surf, if they let go of them, you can find them and you can see them again really quickly. I know you shouldn't ever be letting go of your paddles, but sometimes it does happen. So that's a really nice little feature, and it's always very distinctive. You can paddle from that from the beach and people can recognise it's an Aquaite paddle. Otherwise, it's a full carbon shaft, full carbon blade. The finishing of the blade is really, really nice. What they've done here, they've got heat shrink around the bottom of the blade to the shaft. You've got heat shrink around the handle, so when you cut that down to size. It's nice and light, comes at about just under 500 grams. They do this in a 3-piece version as well, but this is the 1-piece full carbon version. When we're paddling it, we paddled it in flat water, a bit of surf, and it's really quite nice. It's got a nice dihedral here, so it doesn't have too much flutter when you pull the paddle through the water. So it's really responsive, so you haven't got to be a really technical paddle to paddle it. You can just get up and away you go. And the degree of angle it's got is about 13 degrees. So it's an all-round based paddle. It's designed for an all-round rider, that somebody wants to cruise rivers, catch some waves, just have fun and have more of a lightweight progressional paddle. But if you're tending to lean to the racing side of it, you probably want to go for something a little bit of a less dihedral and a bit less angle. So a really nice all-round paddle. I'd say for the wave side it was really nice, really comfortable, no flutter at all, light in the hands, and it felt very strong as well. That's one thing we noticed. It didn't really, some paddles do have a little bit of flex. It was quite a stiff paddle. The blade size is basically 49 centimetres from top to bottom and 21 centimetres width, which comes in about a 575 square area. So some people are used to square areas, some people are used to length. So 575 in a square area, so it's designed for it's a medium to large size paddle for most people. If you're a lighter person, really light, I'd generally say go for something slightly smaller. But this sort of paddle will do pretty much most weights of riders. And especially, as I said earlier, if you just want to just do a bit of everything, mucking about, catching some waves, racing, cruising on the river. If you want to go performance side of it, you might want to look towards something else than the racing side of it. This is a bit of an all-round sort of blade shape. It's got an ABS core running around the edge, which gives, you might have seen in some other paddle brands, it gives a massive amount of protection. So when the paddle gets smacked, it doesn't split the veneer or the carbon. So that's a really nice feature. And they also have the distinctive A's or arrows on the paddle blades, which you can definitely tell is part of their trademark. So our general SUPboarder's verdict for this paddle is it's easy to paddle, it's light, it's powerful, and if you're looking for a paddle that's nice to keep you on the water, looks nice, and it's not going to put your bank balance out of pocket or your back, then this is a really good paddle to look at. Check out their website for availabilities and where you can find them.